Hey everybody, Jody Brown here, and I am now 33. How in the world does that happen? Weeks pregnant with my boy twins. It has been a couple of weeks since I have provided an update, and I apologize for that, but it has been an interesting few weeks. So I just want to come in here and briefly give an update of how things are going right now and what has been happening in the past few weeks. So I think my last update was somewhere around the 29, 30 week mark. But anyway, between now and then, we have been back to the hospital for contractions. They started one morning. My lower back started hurting, kind of like a sharp pain. Then it kind of dulled out. Then it kind of stopped. But then that afternoon, it hurt all the way around. And was kind of coming and going, but I really didn't think it could be contractions. I just thought it was like the achy pain of pregnancy, especially with twins, because your body doesn't know you're carrying two in there, so it just thinks that you have the weight of one much further along. Anyway, I was able to sleep a little bit that night, as much sleep as you get these days with a twin pregnancy at this time. But then got up the next morning and they were still there, and it still kind of ached and hurt, and it was just kind of an achy, dull pain. So I just went ahead and called my doctor because they had said, if you feel anything weird, give us a call. I called. The nurse actually said, I wish you had called yesterday. With twins, it's a lot different than with a singleton pregnancy. So word to anyone out there, if you are pregnant with twins and you feel anything off, don't wait, don't hesitate, call, just go in. They are going to be much happier to see you, even if nothing's wrong. They would much rather see you and get something taken care of if it needs to be taken care of, rather than not. So went in, had lots of things checked, had a non-stress test, and as a part of that, and noticed that I was having what they called uterine irritability. We were sent to the hospital to just try to get that stopped because they said, most of the time that doesn't lead to labor contractions, but in a small percentage it can. And at that point, you just want to stop whatever you can stop. And long story made a little bit shorter. Once we got to the hospital, things picked up a little bit. They went from calling it irritability to actual contractions. I could feel them a lot more and could tell that they were contractions, not just like a dull, achy, crampy pain. But with fluids not working, and I got a shot of some sort. Anyway, finally got a medicine that I'm now taking twice a day that has calmed down the muscles to try to keep everything a little bit calmer. So now I have just been told to take it very easy. Not to do a lot of housework, not to do a lot of laundry, not to lift my daughter as much as possible. She weighs over 30 pounds, so they really want me to restrict that lifting. And so yeah, we're doing a lot of indoor activities, a lot of fun things. We've got some artsy things, some crafty things. Recently, she's enjoying hiding Easter eggs and searching for them around the house. I still get some of those achy pains, but they have subsided, whereas before they didn't really subside, which should have been my cue to go in earlier, but you live and learn, right? But aside from that, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be at this point. I'm so grateful to have made it this far after being to the hospital twice already. I think I wake up and go to bed praying every day, thankful for another day, and praying that we make another day. They said that each week was kind of like the short-term goals. So our first short-term goal was to get to 32 weeks, then it was 33 weeks, now it's 34 weeks, which will be this weekend. So just trying to make sure that I do what I can for these little boys. So I am having, which I'm sure some of you can associate with, some major indigestion at this point. Not pleasant, don't want to eat at all, really. Food does not sound great to me. But I know that these boys need it, and so I try to force down food and get them the nourishment that they need. I know some of you can probably understand how frustrating it can be to know you need food and not want food, and really most of the time people always want food, so it just feels so weird. But and I guess the other biggest thing is just that I have a lot more aches and pains than I did even right before my daughter was born, and we made it to 40 weeks with her. Just all around my midsection, just sometimes just aches. It just aches and hurts. But again, grateful and thankful. So I'd love to hear how some of your journeys are going. We're hanging in there. Again, I think the biggest thing for me has been, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, learning to listen to my body. And when I just feel tired, sitting down. When things start to ache, laying down, drinking some water, staying, which sitting here with me, just to make sure that I stay hydrated. And again, listening to what I should and shouldn't do, even though it is hard. It is so hard. I want to take my daughter out on walks, and I'm too afraid she's going to run. I mean, she's 2. So I'm afraid she's going to run, and I'm going to need to stop her before a car comes, and I can't run after her. So it's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'm not going to say I feel good all the time, because I hurt a lot. But I am also, again, grateful and thankful for being at week 33 and 3 days. So here's the fingers crossed that we continue on in this journey, and they stay in there and they grow, and that we get to make another video with some more updates. But I hope that maybe this will help others of you, maybe even if it's just to feel like you're not alone in this journey. It's okay to not feel your best and say that out loud. I find it hard sometimes because I am thankful, but it doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't make it any easier to be restricted. It doesn't make it any easier to feel the pain. It doesn't make it any easier to not want food. But these babes are growing, and I pray that they continue to grow and are healthy. And I'll chat with you soon, guys. Bye.